Hello, my name is Aaron, and I've watched entirely too much Star Trek.
And my name is Clara, and I've watched none.
These are the voyages of the Friendship Enterprise.
Its continuing mission to boldly go where I've never gone before.
I've got my giant brown robe on with a massive hood and my stick,
Yeah.
my poking stick, and
stick.
and it spews smoke and a little bit of glitter.
Wow, it's fancier
a
than
hint
the
of glitter. Yeah.
ones that the guys acolytes. What are they? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, Aaron loves to wear his brown robe in the winter. He
Really, all seasons.
Slouches around in his robe. It's silk, so it breathes. That helps us. If that's a fun visual for you, imagine Aaron wearing a big brown robe at all times.
And nothing else.
You don't know you may not know what he looks like, but just picture a person in a brown robe.
A shapeless mask.
And you're at least 50%.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be, there's not much room for imagining when you're in a
brown robe.
Big brown robe,
right,
because
you're
the servant of Landry.
Especially, yeah. I don't wear a big brown robe. I wear a little Victorian frock.
If you were like a all-powerful supercomputer that controlled a planet, what kind of clothing would you make your people wear?
Sexy clothing.
Yeah, 100%.
Sexy clothing.
Yeah.
There is so much sexy clothing in Star Trek.
Well, I think that's the point here, but yeah.
There's so much sexy clothing in Star Trek that it makes no sense to me that this computer makes these people dress like they're in a Charles Dickens novel.
It's like Petticoat Junction.
Even though the computer apparently desperately wants them to get down because they have like 12 hours.
The Red Hour.
The festival.
Yeah.
Where they do nothing but, I guess, try to bone and like burn stuff.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. I asked you what you would make.
Okay, sorry. If I were a supercomputer,
yeah, created by someone 6,000 years ago and locked in a little closet,
and I were controlling a planet,
yes,
I definitely would have people wearing sexy clothing.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I mean, I guess I'm a computer. I don't care that much about sexy clothing.
Yeah, but wouldn't you do something at least more interesting?
Yeah, I guess that's better.
Yeah.
I have people wearing like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying everyone's in like stripper outfits.
No. No.
Everyone's not dressed like Andrea from...
No.
With the Harlequin Oshkosh Bagosh.
Yeah, Oshkosh Bagosh, like, whore outfit.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's shameful.
It is.
Sex workers. I don't know what I would call that.
It's an Oshkosh Bagosh.
Oshkosh Bagosh.
Teddy.
Ew.
I don't know. It's a weird outfit.
It's a bad. Aaron loves it. I think it's a bad.
No, I like Andrea.
Okay. He likes Andrea and whatever she's wearing.
Yeah.
So Aaron, if he controlled a planet as a supercomputer, he would just make everyone look like Andrea.
Which could happen if we combine these two episodes because she was a robot.
She was a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we dove right in.
We did.
That's fine. We've got a lot to talk about tonight.
We do. We have
no time for banter.
None at all.
Only time for diving right in.
Oh, you're wearing a giant brown robe now too. You're telling me that I can't speak my mind freely and I have to stick to the script. Wow. All right.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you know. You implied it with your giant poking stick.
Yeah, when I poked you with my stick.
Which then shot smoke.
The table.
Yeah.
And now the podcast is just me.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I can just say blessings and whatever. Good health.
Good health.
Hello. You have to touch your boob, though.
Touch your boob first.
That's how they know you're a real one. So we have Return of the Archons and Archons. Sorry, where is it? Archons. Return of the Archons and Space Seed this week.
One of these we're excited to talk about. One of these we're not. Yeah, Space Seed is a weird name for that episode. But we'll get to that later.
But yeah, we'll get to it. But this is we'll give a synopsis first, and then we'll jump into talking about this episode. So this is episode 21, production number 22. It aired 9th February 1967.
Okay.
Stardate 3156.2. The Enterprise crew finds a world run by a computer named Landru. The Enterprise visits planet Beta 3 in System C-111 to learn the fate of the Archons. Well, it's a ship first, right?
I don't know, but it's Archons.
Archons, a Federation ship that visited the planet a century before. After beaming down to explore the planet, Sulu is hit by a strange ray. Transported back aboard the Enterprise, he is found to be under the influence of a controlling force. The landing party beams down and sees the planet's populace suddenly begin going mad, which lasts exactly 12 hours.
Yep.
Rager? How's his name pronounced again? Rager?
I think it's Rager at one point.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be Rager because it's Reger, but at some point
do say.
Okay. I was gonna say there's like
Rager.
Multiple pronunciations in the episode. Okay. A native whose daughter Tula was a participant in the Red Hour tells them that monk-like lawgivers, them with the brown robes, roam. Yes, me and Clara now. Roam the planet, serving the ruling mythical figure Landru. Outsiders such as the crew of the Enterprise and Sulu are absorbed and transformed into a part of the body. And that's in quotes.
Yep.
Rager and Marplon, two members of the anti-Landru underground, prevent Kirk and Spock from being absorbed. Kirk then learns that Landru is a computer programmed by a scientist and leader thousands of years before to protect his people. Kirk destroys the computer, freeing the people of Beta 3 to rule themselves.
Yay!
Yeah, we've been to Beta 3 before because it's that set again.
What happened in the New York Times on this day?
Oh, what did happen? It said that their brown-robed men appeared on the streets of New York City and told everyone they had to become of the body.
Yay.
I know, crazy, right?
Crazy things were happening in New York in the 60s. I wouldn't put it past it. We've all heard that Rolling Stones song.
Brown sugar?
Plastic bags directing traffic. Some kind of fashion.
You're not wrong.
I'm shy.
All right, let's see. What day?
That's all I'm allowed to sing. It's a perfect rendition, and I'll come get me.
Don't keep going. They'll bring you on tour for their positively last tour.
I'm taking actually over for, little man, Mick.
Mick Jagger, yeah.
Yeah. I have about his body type. So, they said...
You look far less pickled than he does.
He said, you can be Mick. From far away.
I think he might be taller than Mick.
Probably. He's
a very tiny man.
He's a very small man.
So what is going on well, apparently there's a big snowstorm in New York City.
Oh.
That's like the whole East Coast. That's like the big story here is the schools might reopen today.
But all the kids wanted to stay home and watch Star Trek.
Probably. I mean, wouldn't you? Yeah. School sucks. A lot of there's some civil rights news. So Little Rock, they're going to hire an African American to do some teacher assigning in the public school system.
Oh wow!
So it's actually big news. Yeah, it's big news. Mrs. Gandhi was hit by a stone at a rally.
Oh, my goodness!
Yeah, seems a little harsh.
Not safe.
But yeah, some Cold War stuff, China policy, Vietnam stuff. The Russians are asking the U.S. to stop bombing. Apparently the Pope got involved. He wanted to extend a holiday ceasefire.
Sure.
But yeah, so kind of some local politics news. Not a whole lot going on, honestly.
Except a snowstorm. Well, I don't know. Snowstorms in the 60s, I imagine. We're big news.
Probably were.
They're still big news. Big snowstorm happens, especially in New York City. It's like a snowstorm has never happened in the world before.
I know, they have to go find Landru.
Yeah.
Under Penn Station.
Yeah. That's where he lives.
Yeah. Landru Cuomo. Sex pest and supercomputer.
Might not be wrong.
Yeah. So that was what's going on in the news.
Yeah.
Nothing too exciting.
Nothing relevant. No space stuff.
No space
We're
stuff.
getting closer.
You say that every episode.
It's true.
Technically, we are getting
It
closer.
is true. Technically, we're getting closer with every episode to the moon. But there's no space stuff.
The moon story is like Clara's red hour.
Explain.
She's been waiting and waiting anxiously for it to happen for so long.
And when it comes,
she's gonna go
crazy.
totally apeshit.
You just wait.
Yeah, so episode starts off. I like the opening. There's a little mystery, right? Sulu's there with O'Neill, some expendable guy.
Classic.
Like a kind of meaty faced crewman.
Classic.
Yeah, of the genre.
Not a hottie.
Not a hottie. Well, we can talk about that.
Not a hottie.
Maybe next up. I don't know.
Going.
Yeah. Anyway, Sulu gets like zapped because they take too long to beam him up. The other guy panics and runs.
Yep.
So we don't know what happens to him, but we kind of feel like probably nothing good.
Yep.
Sulu returns to the ship and he's being very squirrely and weird.
Yes.
Kirk gets the doctor involved and they can't really figure out what's wrong with him, so they decide to go down to the planet.
Yes.
But they had to put their little outfits on.
I would say one of my favorite things in this whole intro, and I didn't catch it until I watched it the second time.
Yeah.
Is like, so Sulu and O'Neill are wearing kind of like 1700s, maybe like Revolutionary War, like little like
they're like kind of like Puritan-y sort of, like English Civil War bullshit.
Picture George Washington, right? They're kind of wearing like a similar vibe clothes, and when Sulu gets beamed back up, he's like, "We don't." He gave me the wrong clothes, and he like
it's the wrong trousers.
And he's like, "This is what we wear," and he like throws clothes at them. So he does give them some.
It's
really
kind of
helpful,
iconic, actually.
He does give them some really helpful fashion advice because they actually dress much more Dickensian.
Yeah, it's like Wild West town.
I really liked the costumes in this episode. I thought that they looked great.
Yeah, my theory is they got them from another show because they were making like 800 westerns right now on TV. So I'm assuming they just raided the wardrobe department.
They looked good.
Because they look great, and the whole town looks pretty good. Yeah. And it's that same town we were in for the other one with the kids.
The Grups.
Yeah, the Grups. Yep. So we're back, but it looks different. They dressed it up differently.
Well, yeah, it's not like...
Not totally fucked up. Well,
it will be.
Yeah. So they, they go down in proper attire. Kirk's got his little Colonel Sanders string tie thing situation going. Spock is kind of dressed like weirdly because they have to cover his ears, I guess. So he's got like this.
Spock, my hero Spock. I love his hood.
You said there are no hotties in this. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you changing that statement?
Yeah. Yeah. Spock's haircut. I love bangs on a man. No, the hood is just so good.
Yeah.
It's like, he wears like this little like head covering. Because it's not even like a hood. It's like a scarf.
Yeah, it's almost like a shoulder cape thing with a hood or something.
It's like an extension. I don't know. I
don't know how to describe it, but it looks cool.
It looks very cool. So they hide Spock's ears.
They hide Spock's ears. They beam down and they meet this guy who's like way, way too thrilled to meet them. It's a lot. This guy's a lot.
Yeah, he's got the most jacked up teeth I've ever seen, too.
He does have really
This man's never seen a piece of floss a day in his life.
He doesn't need to. It just goes right through.
For Landrew's supercomputer, you'd think he'd know about dental hygiene, but apparently not.
Well, orthodontia is expensive there.
This guy doesn't need orthodontia. He needs dental cleaning. That's not that hard.
Could be. They might not have good dental out of network. I don't know. Who knows?
Anyway, this guy with terrible teeth.
Really bad. We shouldn't make fun. He's probably dead.
We shouldn't make fun of him? Yeah. He's probably dead?
Yeah. All that's left are probably his teeth.
Probably not, based on the lookout. And he's not dealing with bad teeth in this episode. I mean, the guy in the orange robe.
To be fair, a lot of these people probably lived through depression when,
The guy in the orange robe also has...
Oh. Well, that's just... Teeth. You mean Marplon?
Yeah, Marplon.
Which sounds like a margarine brand.
Yeah, what a name.
Yeah. But this fella is real excited, but he's like, you gotta hurry because...
It's the festival. Are you coming to the festival? The red hour approacheth. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, Tula, your daddy can put them up. Can't
The amount of times he says daddy is upsetting.
So and not in like a funny way.
No, it's just like it's like dead serious. Like, yeah, daddy, daddy.
Put them up in his hotel, can't he? So they go to this hotel.
Well,
just in time.
Just in time, yeah.
Because Red Hour arrives at 6 p.m.
Right, on the dot.
Everyone just goes crazy.
Nuts. They're like burning things, throwing rocks, like fucking in the street, yes, I think.
It's like implied.
It's implied heavily, yeah. Heavily implied. But it takes like, it has to be 12 hours because they get through all those petticoats and shit.
Yeah.
It's going to take them like half the night just to get,
I'm confused about the festival.
You mean the purge?
Yeah, like, are you also confused about this?
Well, what are you confused about?
So, like, why does this happen?
Okay.
Like, why does the computer, this computer, sorry, spoiler alert, we've said this so many times, Landry's a computer.
He is a computer. I mean, it's not really a spoiler.
Like, why does he control everything? We don't know. Like, we don't know if it's, like, 12 hours every day, or if, like, this happens every... Like, we don't...
It seems to be every day, but yeah,
there are so many loose ends in this episode. Like, does this computer just, like, is this, like... It's like I want people to procreate, so like.
Oh, I don't think that's it.
Like I don't get the point of this festival.
Well, I think so. This is drawing on a lot of different shit. I think, which is why it kind of feels like a hodgepodge at times.
Okay.
But my reading of this is like it's the carnival thing, right? Like the idea that in like medieval times, right, you have a carnival to let out all the like all the pent up stuff that like the church or the king or whoever, right, kept people in check with, right, like whether it's sexuality, right, they could make fun of the king for one day, they could make fun of the pope for one, whatever it was, right. So I think that's partly what's going on with the Red Hour, right, is this like pressure release valve for the people who otherwise are marching around like automatons.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
It seems like they don't have a lot of like brain processes happening.
Correct.
So like why do they need a pressure release valve? It's not like they're like going crazy. They're just like, whatever, I'm here.
Yeah, because they're of the body or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is where like it doesn't really work. Like the episode sort of outpaced by its ambitions, I think.
Okay.
Like my read on this, right, is that it's about the society that's incredibly rigidly structured for order. Mm-hmm. So it feels like a pretty like strong analog to like totalitarian systems of like the 30s to
I
think that's what's going on here, right?
I did have thought about that. I was like, is this some sort of like commentary on a surveillance state?
Yeah, I think so.
Especially when
like everybody's informing on people too, right? Like when they get of the body, like
right, and you don't really realize that until they like Kirk and Spock and crew leave the like hotel where they're staying. Right.
They go out.
And they go out in the street, and it's like, well, he's of the body. Landry, if he sees you, Landry will know. Right. Like we're going to hide, whatever.
Right, because they find O'Neill.
Yes, they find O'Neill, and he's like, oh, well, he'll know. Landry will know. So that's when I was like, oh, is this somehow a commentary on? Yeah, and not only like the 30s and 40s, right? Like,
well, it's like East Germany. I was
saying it was actively
like the Stasi
behind the Iron Curtain at this time, with everyone informing on their neighbors and.
Yeah, I mean, we're not too far removed from the Prague Spring and things like that, so.
Right. So I was curious about that. I also had some thoughts about, like, if this is informed at all by the popularity of cults in, like, the 50s.
Oh, I think that's also, because we've talked about that before with, was it Dagger in the Mind? Yeah.
That was, like, my first thought was, like, is this, like, Jonestown, right? Like, right, Jonestown, like that started in the 50s. You have Charles Manson in the 60s. Mm-hmm. There was like more cult activity.
Yeah, particularly on the West Coast.
In like the 50s and 60s in the US and the 70s too. Than I think there ever had been previously.
Probably.
Like it becomes
it's
like a
certainly
real
more
thing.
like in the popular imagination.
And so I was wondering, like, is this sort of what they're trying to, like...
Yeah, I think there's some of that here, too.
Address, but I guess the problem is, like, you have all this, like, okay, this is interesting. this episode just had too many loose ends for me. Like, that was my biggest issue.
Yeah, it's
like,
trying to do too much.
I don't know what they're doing with this festival, really. Like, I buy what you're saying about, like, the carnival and stuff. I get that. But, like, what? And, like, we see, like, the machine that, like, makes them part of the body, but, like, we don't really learn, like, how they assimilate into it.
Yeah,
necessarily, right? There's just, like...
Yeah, I mean, that's left maybe intentionally
and, like,
vague, but...
why did they need to assimilate? Because I assume when Landrew, like, was a guy, he didn't, like, program the computer to be like, make sure everyone becomes part of, like, your consciousness. So, like, how did the computer then, like, become sentient enough to, like, make a decision to do this on its own? Unless Landrew was just, like, keep running society
I
so
think
that
it's
it is, like, good?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because, ultimately how they destroyed Landrew is they make it realize it's paradoxical with what it's doing, right? That it's not creating the good or whatever. So I think, the idea is that he leaves this thing here and gives it these instructions that are, like...
be good.
Kind of broad.
Yeah. Or, like, interpreted it we don't know what
we don't know the originals. Like, we just know it has to do with, like, making sure everybody
is, like, good and safe.
Yeah.
And, like, tranquility and peace be upon you, brothers.
Yeah. I mean, I think the issue here is that there's too many things being thrown in the pot. Because I get what you're saying about how, like, it doesn't really hang together. I mean, I think the sort of, like, of the body stuff and the reprogramming assimilation stuff is just like kind of a open-ended way of suggesting, like, just how, like, all absorbing like a totalitarian system is, right? Like, that you're pulled into it and you no longer are like, it's a very obviously, like, simplistic because it's a 50-minute episode, right? But, like, I think that's what they're trying to demonstrate is that when you become of the body, it just means, like, that you're part of the state.
I would say the more confusing thing for me is the red hour, like the festival, you know, like, I like, again, I understand what you're saying, but like, in sort of this, like, okay, this computer is like, everything should be good, then why is he giving everyone 12 hours to, like, go crazy?
I think it's to show, though, right, that, like, there's the control is such that people can go crazy and then be immediately reined back in.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of what's...
It's more like a device.
It's a way to demonstrate, like... To reinforce the fact that, they don't actually have free will, right? Like, when the clock chimes 6, they go nuts, and then when it chimes 6 again, they immediately revert to this sort of, like, walking, robot state.
One thing I can tell you I enjoyed about this episode is, like, when you see Landrew, the hologram, and he's talking, and it's like pure slop, to use a real, a real current phrase.
They were ahead of the curve on that.
Yeah, and, like, Joe, my husband, watched this episode with me, and he was like, this is, like, we're talking so much about AI now. And he's like, this is AI, right? Like, AI can only replicate human behavior to a certain point, but, like, once you look closer, like, it's never going to pass a sniff test because it just, like, it has no creativity. It has no, like, ability to adapt. They talk about that when Kirk... When Kirk contradicts Landrew, or, like, does something that Landrew doesn't predict in his algorithm, it doesn't know what to do. It's like, freaks out. It freaks out. It absolutely loses the plot. So, like, it is very similar to AI where, right, as long as you stay kind of within the boundaries of, you know, these large language models, they seem to be okay, but as soon as you start to sort of press against that, you're like, oh, this isn't ever going to be able to replicate, like, human thought because it's just not creative. It's not able to, like,
the imagination
actually, like, literally think outside of, like, the box. And I think the most perfect example of this is when Landrew is, like, he pops up as a hologram and he's like, it's perfect here. Everything's beautiful here. And it is. It's like something spat out by a computer. There's no crime. I was like, what the fuck? These people just, like, ran amok in the streets for 12 hours. There's definitely crime. I saw them burning things. Tula was freaking out. Like,
yeah, she goes nuts. Yeah.
Why is she going crazy? Like, so it is interesting. I think this episode, I thought it was really boring the first time I watched it. Then the second time I watched it, I was like, this episode is actually more relevant, I think, to now
100%,
than like a lot of these episodes have been. And I think, having watched ahead now, the Edge of Armageddon or whatever, another computer episode is, like, I think these will become the ones that, like, become more thinky for us as people living in the 21st century, kind of knowing where computer technology has gone, and seeing how they're talking about it in even the 60s, right? Like, these are things that could be possible.
Yeah.
Like, Landrew, that could be a real thing.
Yeah, right.
Right?
100%, yeah.
But the fact that they're thinking about it, and now we can say, like, I don't know, this is our reality.
Yeah.
But it's almost the same, right? Like, they understood a computer can't replicate human behavior.
Correct, yeah.
Past a certain point.
Right.
And, like, we are also seeing that in reality now. Right? Because Landry's basically an AI.
He is. I mean, I don't know what the concept of artificial intelligence was.
Right, but like
60s, but yeah, I mean, he functions how we would, like we would understand him as an AI.
Probably not in the 60s. I think in the 60s, an AI would have been a robot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right, they wouldn't have seen like.
Yeah, I mean, he's framed as just like a computer, like
right,
a thinking machine or whatever.
But we frame computers now as not computers, but like a thinking machine as AI. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
Like, interesting just to think about conceptually with this episode.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the episode's actually quite smart. I think there's some interesting things going on with free will.
Yeah, he talks
in this episode too about, like, I mean, the question of evil, right? Like, if you try to make the world entirely good, are you actually just getting rid of choice?
Right.
to accomplish that, like, is evil intrinsic to free will, which, like, the Christian tradition and the philosophical tradition of the West would say yes.
And we see that in the next episode too.
Yes, right.
In different ways.
But
again, something certainly, I think, being thought about in Star Trek more maybe than other
and I mean
media of the time.
I mean, in a lot of ways, this is also just like a not in like a American political divide sense, but like political tradition divide. Like, this is like a Enlightenment liberalism episode, right? Like, Kirk is the voice of like enlightened classic liberalism, right? Like, he comes down and it's all about free will and choice, and
but it's interesting that they tie that then to a soul.
Yeah,
like he says, a computer has no soul.
Correct. Yeah.
So like your free will, that's all like spirit. That's the sort of essence of humanity, which other philosophers would argue like that has nothing to do with your soul. It just is more to do with rationality, noggin, right? Which I think is enlightenment, right? Is like it's your brain, not your being.
Your being,
but still, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like in the political sense, right? I mean, this is all about. I mean, this is like the most American Kirk has ever, I think. In other words, like as being sort of a representative figure of America as like a idealized political system. Like, he seems to be occupying that role here against this like certainly Iron Curtain style state, but would have been familiar too from earlier.
I mean, I wish that I could just ask AI chatbots so many boggling questions that they exploded.
I mean, cool. Theoretically you can if you thank it a lot. It costs OpenAI a shit ton of money.
I didn't know that.
Okay. They were like, don't thank it because it costs us money.
Wow. Yeah, but
yeah, I don't know. And the Red Hour, that was the influence for The Purge. I made that joke earlier, but
is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. And this is also apparently Ben Stiller's favorite Star Trek episode. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because his production company is The Red Hour or something.
I have no idea, but okay.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea. That's so funny. I mean, it makes complete sense. There were a couple funny things to me. These like rebel guys
who like
aren't controlled by Landru.
Yeah.
So the funny thing to me is like at the end when Kirk and Spock are, they're like, take us to see Landru.
Oh yeah.
They know he's a computer at this point, so.
Yeah, I forget how they figured it out.
Well, I think they figured out
power readings or something.
I think they sort of piece it together because they're seeing technology that doesn't make sense. It's like anachronistic in country time. Right, but it's anachronistic as like the future, right? Like usually we think of an anachronism as something
like out of time.
I guess it could work either way, but always something that's out of time.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter which direction out of time.
Either way, they have like the light panels. They just have some stuff, even the technology to like make people part of the body.
And those dashing robes.
And like the tubes that they use.
Yeah, whatever those.
They don't do anything, right? They were cheap as hell for production, I'm sure. So I think they start to piece things together.
Yeah,
then,
right.
But then it is when they start to ask.
Yeah.
Not ask questions, but start to behave in ways that the computer can't predict. That's when Kirk and Spock are like, that's. Yeah. I think Kirk asks Spock at one point, like, something about like how would like a computer react to this? Or Spock says something like, this is how a computer would respond to XYZ. So they sort of just like piece it together from a lot of different things. But either way, at the end, when they're like, oh, take us to see Landru, we want to see him, where do you talk to him? And they both like completely just like, they're like, no, we can't. I'm like, you are rebels. Aren't you supposed to be like, yeah,
they're like terrified. Though.
They're so like, scared.
I mean, they're all old.
And I realized they saw their friend get killed. Okay, yeah. I get it. But it's also like,
Tamar.
You don't trust this man who...
You would do.
You saved? They saved him for a reason, though. And then they're like, no, don't. No. The Archons, blah, blah, blah. We never find out who the Archons are.
Well...
Or are we supposed to assume there's someone?
They're like, yeah, so... You mean the Landru people who created whoever created the machine? Are those who the
Archons are?
No, the Archons are like the ship that crashed there 100 years ago.
Yeah, who are they?
So it's like a Federation ship.
Oh, it is a Federation ship.
Yeah, it crashed like 100 years before. But yeah, I don't know if we ever really figure out who the like lawgiver people is. Yeah.
Is this the first mention of the Prime Directive?
Yeah. It's also the first time Bones gets upset about the transporter. Or no, that's next episode.
It's the next episode. I have that noted.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. You ruined it, but it's fine.
Apologies. I cut it out.
Anyway, do they mention the Prime Directive a lot?
It comes up more, yeah.
Okay.
It's not really defined yet in this episode. It's just sort of mentioned.
I mean, he says, what about our Prime Directive to, like, not interfere? Yeah,
non-interference, right.
And Kirk is like, well, saving people isn't really
It's really weird here that they,
But then they also talk about the computer's Prime Directive.
Yeah, that's the other,
which is interesting.
Different. I think that has a different meaning.
Okay.
Which is like, I think it's supposed to mean like primary function or primary program or whatever, yeah. But right, it's weird that the Prime Directive is used that way here because typically it means interfering with like societies that are unaware of like space travel and technology. So I don't, but do they not know at first that they're the survivors of this crash? That's my confusion, I guess.
Wait,
or not the survivors, but the descendants of this crashed ship.
Kirk's people?
No, the Archons or whatever.
I don't think that the people on the planet. Yeah.
Well, I know they don't seem to know that, but do Kirk and them know? Like, isn't that the whole reason they're there?
They're just trying to find out where the Archon.
Right, that's what I mean. So, like, I guess I'm just confused as to why the Prime Directive applies here.
I think because
they don't know that.
I think because Spock is kind of just like, well, it's not our place to like interfere with their society if this is how it's run.
Oh, okay.
But then I think,
Yeah, okay.
Kirk is like, well, they took Bones and they took O'Neill and they took Sulu's brains, so I think we have to do something.
Keep him close.
And Spock is like, okay, whatever. I like these people. They don't make a fuss. Except during the red hour.
No, I mean, I even like that, like, the resistance people are, like, scared. Because, like, again, it's, like, this commentary on, like, the social order there, right? It's, like, the fear. Because, like, Landry doesn't really exist, we find out. Like, this dictator.
I mean, he's real. Like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, exactly.
Even less like the Wizard of Oz, because he's just the machine. Yeah.
So I think works in terms of just showing how, like, oppressive the system is, right? That authority no longer comes from anything real. It doesn't come from a real person anymore. It's this system that just sort of runs itself.
Yeah, but I still get annoyed when the resistance guys are, like, so scared, because I'm like, you have people here who are helping you. Who cares? So what? They're old.
Look how bad their teeth are.
So what? If they're old and they die and their teeth are bad, then they've lived a good life. But they've already
got their pajamas on. They can't. And Marplon has his jammies on.
He can't go. Rhaegar, whatever his name is. Rhaegar. That guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a daughter. He's passed on his genes. So, like, I don't know.
He really doesn't care about his daughter very much.
No, he does not care about his daughter.
Like, Tula is like...
He freaks out, and McCoy is like... Or no, he just, like, takes her away. And Spock or Kirk is like, he'll give her a shot. Like, and no one is like, what kind of shot? What are you doing to my daughter?
No, not even.
Just don't give her a shot.
It's the red hour.
It's
the red hour.
I don't like the red hour. It makes.
It's like when it's like the Art Walk episode of Bob's Burgers.
Yes.
When Bob asks where Louis got all the money, and she just keeps shushing him and saying it's Art Crawl or whatever. It's Art Crawl. This is basically how red hour works.
Well, it's the Purge, which
yeah, you're welcome. That was my one fun fact about it.
Have you ever seen The Purge?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Oh.
No, are you kidding me?
I don't know.
I watch, like, Bambi and get scared. There's no way in hell I'm watching The Purge.
Did you get scared at Kiki's delivery service?
Yeah, really scared.
You do the soot sprites and Spirit Away scary.
Yes. No, not the soot sprites. Yababa.
Yeah, I mean,
Yababa's
kind of creepy. Yeah. Yeah. No.
So, no, I've never seen The Purge, so I would not have made that connection. I mean, I might have joked, like, oh, it's like The Purge, because I know what it is.
But it literally is, yeah.
But
literally
I've seen The Purge. What would you do if there was a purge? If they, like, said...
I just wouldn't go to work. I'd just stay home and play video games. Probably.
Yeah, I think I would, too. I don't really understand. And do you think that, like...
I don't know.
If there was really a purge, like, do you think that people would actually, like, be like, I'm gonna kill...
Probably. There's enough crazy people in this country that, like, people would definitely, like, I feel like there would be a lot, like, this is incredibly grim, but I feel like there would be a lot of violence, yeah.
I feel like there would be a lot of violence, but I feel like it would be more brought on by people, like, robbing things, right? Like, I'm robbing a bank.
Oh, I could see people being like, I'm finally killing that bitch and my ex-wife, or, like, that kind of shit would 100, so. It already happened, so, like, I feel like that would just, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm just too innocent.
Yeah. I would hope it would just be like robbing. I would just wear a big brown robe and go out with my Pogan stick.
I'd just like lock my doors and pull down my bulletproof curtains and wait it out, I guess, if there were a purge.
Yeah, and probably, like I said, just like get drunk and play video games, probably.
Yeah.
And just like not, like I said, not go to work.
Hope no one killed me.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone out there who'd want to kill me.
I mean, maybe I'd like, I don't know, maybe I'd like rob a bank.
I was gonna say, like,
money crimes could be.
Yeah, I would commit some money crimes against bad corporations. I don't even know if I'd rob a bank. I'd just steal things. But I wouldn't steal things if going out and stealing things put my life in danger, right? So, like,
so you would just...
If going to Costco and, like, stealing one of those barrel saunas is gonna mean that I get popped off by, like, some... guy who's trying to kill his ex-wife, I'm not gonna do that. But I feel like the purge in the Midwest would be very different than the purge in other parts of the country, right? Like the purge in the Midwest truly would be people just like robbing Costco.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know, busting up a Sheets.
Yeah. Oh, busting up a Sheets, getting all them hot dogs. Stealing gas.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know.
I put a ton of gas in my car and drive it around. I get more gas. I get so much free gas. I'd go get like the big gas cans and I'd put a bunch of gas in my car. I don't know, I'm too practical. I'm too practical for the purge.
Maybe.
I would steal a sauna.
Sauna.
Would you? Sauna.
A sauna? I don't know. I'd probably steal that $400 Lego set that was just announced.
Plus for poor.
Okay. Clara's taking a pee right now. That's what that sounded.
At my chair. On the floor into a glass, I guess. I have really good aim.
I would steal that $400 Enterprise D Lego set.
If anyone listening hasn't seen, they just like released
dropped it,
this like beautiful Lego Starship Enterprise. It's Enterprise $400. D, and if anyone wants to get it for Aaron for a holiday gift, he's not gonna say no.
I'm not gonna say no, and we could be friends forever.
He will say thank you.
I will say thank you.
Maybe he'll give you a little smooch on the cheek.
Maybe. Could be.
I'm not saying that's how he's gonna live his life, but he might be really grateful.
Wow. He might put out for a $400.
Put out a smooch on the cheek.
That's right. But,
speaking of putting out,
oh boy,
you want to talk about Khan?
That was an interesting transition, but yeah, Space Seed, iconic, all-time iconic episode. I mean, surely you know of it. You knew of it even before. Yeah. So this is Space Seed, episode 22, production 24, aired on February 16th, 1967. Should we see what was happening?
What was going on?
In the old New York Times.
Yeah.
On that date. McNamara says strikes in North accomplish aims. Haha, it's 1967, so they have not. Civil rights on housing, proposing a bill to end housing bias by 1969. The American Can Company will leave the city of New York to go to Greenwich.
The American
Can Company.
Great.
The first U.S. envoy to the Soviet Union died in France. Not poison. No, he's just old.
Oh, darn it.
Let's see.
I like a little drama.
Some sort of missile pact with the Soviets. There's a Monsignor is disputing the church on divorce. A little sexy divorce church news. Monsignor Victor Pospisil. He teaches at Manhattan College. He apparently thinks people should be able to get divorced.
They should.
Yeah. Russia bids China to overthrow Mao. So this is when we're seeing the beginnings of the Sino-Soviet split. Actually, it's been going on for a while by this point. But yeah. India is having some sort of election. I don't know. Fourth general elections today. So that's pretty much all that's going on. No space news. Well, you're going to have to wait a little longer for your red hour. Sorry to say.
Makes me so mad. I'll go steal a sauna. And there's space news.
Can you go pee in a glass again?
I'll be so excited.
But in the world of Star Trek, it's Space Seed. It is Stardate 3141.9. Kirk meets Khan, a leader of Earth's eugenics wars.
Of the 90s, we survived.
In the 90s, we did. Yeah.
God bless.
God bless.
Raise the roof. We survived the eugenics wars of the 90s. But now we're living through 2025.
Yeah, they're just a little delayed, I think. The Enterprise discovers a sleeper ship in the late 20th century. The crew members are found in a state of suspended animation, and the leader, a magnetic individual named Khan, is revived. Ship's historian Marla McGivers is strongly attracted to the man, whom Spock soon identifies as Khan Noonien Singh, the most dynamic and dangerous of the artificially bred men of the 1990s. The others being the Bahaman, and once absolute ruler of more than a quarter of Earth. With Marla's aid, Khan, supremely contemptuous of the Enterprise crew, especially Captain Kirk, revives his crew and takes the ship. But when she realizes Khan intends to kill those who will not aid him, Marla rescues the captain. Kirk then unleashes anesthetic gas throughout the occupied sections of the ship and recaptures the Enterprise. He gives Khan and his people the choice of facing arrest and incarceration or colonizing a virgin and hostile planet, SETI Alpha 5. Khan chooses to be a colonist, and Marla elects to go with him. Spock wonders what will come from these seeds the Enterprise has planted.
Brush off your hands. That's it. Dust, dust. We never see Khan again.
Yeah, never again. Never comes up again. No, not at all.
Ricardo Montalcán.
That
was really good. You did not give that enough of a laugh.
I chuckled. Sorry, I'm waiting for the red hour. I can't laugh too loud.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
Aaron's not allowed
Otherwise,
to laugh.
Landry will show up and poke me with her stick. Yeah.
Tell me any fun facts I should know about this episode.
Oh, we're doing the fun facts now.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, obviously the big fun fact is we got Ricardo Montalban.
How big of a star was Ricardo Montalban?
At this time?
At this point in time.
That is actually a really good question.
Did this episode make
I mean, he was like famous in Mexico like fairly early on, like in the 40s, I want to say. Because he's a lot older, I should also note. He's older than most of the cast. But he was in a lot of movies in Mexico, I think.
Ricardo Montalban.
He did some Broadway. So he was like well known in the 40s and 50s. He started doing television. He was on General Electric Theater, Wagon Train.
The Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. So yeah, I mean he was like he has a lot of credits. Oh, that's a more recent one. So I feel like he was probably a pretty big get.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was. Do you know Ricardo Montalban was married to his wife from 1944 until 2007?
No.
That's so long.
Yeah.
When she died.
Wow. He was in it for the long haul. You have to hand it to him.
Georgiana Young. Oh. She was very beautiful.
Yeah, she was very beautiful. Well, that's why you stick around.
I mean, how many years? I can't do that math.
Don't make me do that.
There's zeros.
It's a lot of years.
There's zeros in that math. I can't do that. Math.
It's like.
Let me.
63 years.
Let me just get a calculator.
Oh my god. I think it's 63.
63 years. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful long marriage. I love to see.
Yeah, you know the 63rd wedding anniversary. The gift is eugenics. That is the theme gift.
Oh yeah. It's not, folks.
It's actually rich Corinthian leather. I think.
Is sapphire?
Oh, I don't know. Like, who knows? I'm not gonna know this.
I think it's sapphire.
It probably is. Well, 50's diamond, so.
No, 60th is diamond.
Oh, what is 50th?
45th is sapphire. Okay. 50th is gold.
Oh.
55th is emerald. 60th is diamond. Those are traditional. There's also like the modern ones. That's not as fun.
If I got married today,
yep,
I would have to be 96 to make it to my diamond wedding anniversary.
Your diamond jubilee?
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen.
You never know, Aaron. You never know.
I really don't, unless I meet my Marla McGivers.
This year is my iron.
Yeah.
Or sugar, depending on if you're in the US or the UK. 6 is iron or sugar.
Which was which?
Guess.
Is the UK sugar?
No, it's iron.
Oh. Why is the US sugar?
I don't know. It's MacGyver's also.
Sorry, MacGyver's.
Which is very funny to me. Obviously we all love this episode.
Yes, episode rules.
Love this episode.
It's great.
It's
classic.
It's Ricardo Montalban.
He's got the greatest wardrobe. Costuming's great.
You just like those little nets that the ladies
No, his clothes look great.
He does have very cool clothes.
His clothes look consistently good. His wig is terrible.
His wig is really bad.
I mean, I get why they did it, but it's real bad.
I was gonna ask, why did they give him
Well, because he's supposed to be like South Asian.
But he's black. He has dark
hair.
Yeah,
I think it's very curly.
Curly.
I think it's probably in like the image of. Yeah, I know, but like the image of right. I think that's why they gave him the wig.
So explain this to me.
I mean, I don't really have a theory for why they cast Ricardo Montalban, other than the fact that he's great.
But why didn't they just like not make him a South Asian character?
Yeah, I think probably because we're told that like this cast of people in the ship are multi-ethnic, basically.
Yes,
like very explicitly.
But we
no, I know.
We also know from like literally like the previous episode or Court Martial, right, 2 episodes ago, that like they had a South Asian actor.
I know. I think they just wanted to call him Khan. I literally think that's what it was.
But like maybe we can explain
I think
away.
I'm not trying to explain it away. But...
No. But maybe we can. Because, right, we're talking about the eugenics wars of the 90s, and Khan is like a...
Well, India was seen as a rising power.
But Khan is seen as like a superior race, but like maybe that means he has some like Latin influence, right? We're not right. They're saying he is from northern India. They say
they're very specific about that.
He's northern Indian, but I guess that may not necessarily mean in this kind of future that they're talking about in the 60s that like there isn't some sort of ethnic crossover with Spanish,
maybe,
because I
know. Well, they do darken his skin a bit.
They do, but the whole episode he's got his like this most beautiful accent.
Yes,
right.
I know. Well, it's just, they don't try it. It's just his voice.
Right.
Like, yeah, I know.
Right. No,
I know, but they're apparently just like, well, he sounds foreign.
Right. Exactly. But I'm like, so I was watching it, and first I didn't realize it was Ricardo Montalban, and.
But yeah, he doesn't. When you first see him, it doesn't really look like it because he's got like a lot of eye makeup on.
Yes,
too.
And he's got the wig.
And the wig.
And
the wig makes him look like an Oompa Loompa. He has Oompa Loompa hair.
And you're led to believe that he's like Indian.
Yeah.
North Indian.
Right. Plus, you're distracted by his heaving chest in that net thing.
Yeah. What is that net thing?
I don't know.
Saucy
space seed clothes. Yeah.
So like, I guess like I was like, who is this person? And then he started speaking, and I was like, oh, he's a Spanish accent. Yeah. But because I was expecting Indian accent,
you were like totally thrown.
I couldn't place it. I was like, what is this? And then it wasn't
strange, man.
It wasn't until the end of the episode I was like, no, this is definitely like a Spanish accent.
Yeah.
And then you were like, it's Ricardo Montalban.
Oh, shit. You didn't realize until I told you?
Yeah,
oh, my gosh.
Like, okay. Oh, of course.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Okay. I didn't realize
that
I played the news.
And then I realized why I had been hearing a Spanish accent the whole time. Yeah. But because I was in this sort of like state of like, what is
going on?
This person? I couldn't quite figure out. Does that make sense, right?
Yeah.
If what you hear is not what you expect to hear, then you can't always place what you're hearing because you want it to be what you think you should be hearing.
It's like when you see someone out of context and
yes.
That throws you.
Yeah. Yes, people, exactly. So I was like confused by that the whole episode. I was like, is this someone who has no accent who's trying to like accent? And then I was like, no, I think this is just Spanish. But I was like, why would they have why do you have a Spanish accent? So maybe we can just explain it away by like maybe that's like the superior language in
could be
right. Like Spanish is a very universal language.
I mean, again, like I think it's also just like this is probably has to do with the fact too that like probably around this. I mean, I don't know. I have to look into it, but probably around this time, right? There's this sense that like Southeast Asia population was going to overtake. Yeah. Like there's a lot of that concern about China as well. So I think that's probably why they're using
big countries.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a little bit of yellow parallelism for sure. But like again, like Ricardo Montalban rules, so I'm not gonna.
Not mad that they
not mad about it because he's so fucking good.
He's so good.
He's like the best guest star we've seen.
What do they describe? Magnetic? He is.
Yeah, he has like there's like an animal magnetism thing going on with him.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean,
which is like part of his genetic superiority, I think. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's a thing like Marla.
Oh, she's hot to trot for him, man.
Yes, and that's the point.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Because they want this guy to procreate. So they want every woman to be like, superior, that heaving chest.
I mean, I think that's the Khan thing too, right? Like Genghis Khan famously like fathered supposedly like however many
hundreds of thousands of children.
And now like creeps like Elon Musk are like trying to do the same thing. Oh, But so I think that's also why they wanted him to be Khan.
Yes.
But yeah, he's right. He's the whole he's the whole package.
Except for
the psychopath.
Except for he's a psychopath eugenicist, but
well, he's not. Well, I mean, I guess he is a eugenicist, but he's the product of.
Yeah, but I think he believes.
I mean, probably
he refers to Marla as a superior woman, so I think he.
I mean, have you seen Marla?
Yeah, she's got a mullet.
She has a mullet.
I think it's a wig.
It's extensions. Well, I think it's extensions.
I think she had short hair, and they gave her these extensions.
They should just let her with short hair.
Absolutely, she's beautiful.
She's beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, she's pretty bad fake eyelashes, but
well, that's not her fault.
No, makeup. I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
But she's beautiful, and then they give her these awful extensions.
Yeah, they do that a lot. I've told you, I think a lot of the hair is wigs.
Yeah.
Will you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs?
When will you wear wigs? I was so against wearing wigs.
But I think the vast majority of the women's hair, either wigs or extensions, are is that we've seen.
Except Nichelle Nichols.
Yeah, I think hers.
Hers, I think is.
I think hers are real.
I think that's her hair.
I think, yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off topic with hair.
But yeah, so well, I mean, the hair is important.
The hair does become very important.
Yeah, because he plays with it.
Yeah, he likes this woman en natural.
I mean, I respect it.
But yeah, so they go to rescue Khan.
Well, they don't know what's going on, right? So they stumble across. They've found this mysterious signal
called the Botany Bay.
Well, they find out it's called the Botany Bay, which is should set off little alarm bells in your little literary brain if you've hit your literary historical brain.
The penal colony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, should clue you in.
Yeah.
There's going to be crazy things on it.
Yes, obviously. Yeah.
So we find out it's this really old ship that hasn't been made or used in 200 years.
But it's not even on a register.
No, it's not registered. And they get kind of weird readings from it, but there's apparently atmosphere on board and life support on board. So they beam over.
This is the first time we hear Bones being like,
"Oh yeah,
scatter my
atoms all across the game." It's a recurring bit, and I love it.
And then Kirk's like, "Get on the fucking
teleporter pad." Yeah, and of course he doesn't want to take Marla, but Spock makes him because we need a historian. So we have a ship's historian.
Yep. The only historian on the ship is a beautiful woman.
I mean, my ideal situation, frankly. It's checking a lot of boxes for me. I'm with Khan on this one. Superior woman. But anyways, so she goes. There's some weird animosity there that I don't really understand.
Yeah, I think Kirk thinks she's useless.
I think that's the thought, right? Because we also see her quarters briefly, and she's a painter. It looks like, or a drawer. She's got sketches. She's got a sketch pad, and she's got statues, and
she's an artist, and she only draws powerful.
Right, I think it's a Roman centurion or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think we're meant to see her as maybe, kind of. I don't know. She's coded as being kind of arty, flighty, maybe, but she's smart though.
Arty, but doesn't have a lot of work. I think that's why she's doing her art is because Kirk doesn't use her for anything.
Well, I mean, I don't know what
because he thinks she's pointless. Because he kind of alludes to that, right? It's why do we need a historian?
Well, I mean, what can she tell us about the Gorn? Other than he has beautiful eyes.
Beautiful Gorn eyes.
I mean, we really haven't seen much cause for it.
No, and frankly, she doesn't do much here either. I mean, she's very smart and she knows what she's about, but she's really more just a device for Khan to sort of manipulate.
Yeah, I mean, this is how a lot of these extraneous characters are, right?
Yeah,
not extraneous, but one-off characters are. Is they come in as a way to help further the plot.
I'm still really sad about Bones' girlfriend in that episode.
What is the name of that episode again? It's the one where they go to the planet and everything.
Shore Leave.
I think it's Shore Leave. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm sad about that one. I wish that were an ongoing thing.
Yeah, she was a superior woman too.
She was so cute, and they seemed so happy.
They did.
R.I.P. that relationship.
So they go beam over. Scotty's with them too.
Because he's trying to
help figure out the
systems on the ship.
Yeah, but they're very old. we're told that they have, what is it, transistors or something, he says?
I don't.
Some, like, piece of technology that, like, in the 60s was, like, a big, like, actually was, you know, the height of technology, but he makes a big deal of being, like, old. So they figure out that, so Khan's unfreezing faster than everybody else. So Marla determines that probably means he's the leader.
Yes.
So that's typically how these ships work. But there's something going wrong with the unfreezing process or the waking up process. McCoy's like, he's going to die. So Kirk smashes through the door, which kind of rules. Smashes the door, and they like open this door, and Khan like slides out on this
meat slab slider.
Yeah. And like kind of wakes up. He whispers to Kirk, "How long?"
Yep.
And Kirk says, "We think about 2 centuries you've been asleep." Yes. And then they go back to the ship, basically.
Yes.
And he's in sick bay, and
yeah,
it kind of goes from there.
Yeah. There are some episodes in this episode that I really love.
Do tell.
I love when Khan holds the knife to McCoy's neck, and he's like, either slit my throat.
Yeah.
What does he say? Either strangle me.
Either strangle. Yeah. He's got a knife to like
his like throat, and he's like, either strangle me or cut my throat. Yeah. And then he's like, the carotid right behind my ear. And he's like, why are you telling me this? And he's like, well, if you're going to kill me, like, you might as well do it.
Be good about it, yeah. And, like, Khan respects this.
Yeah, so he lets Bones live, but he, like, learns. But then Khan is, like, in sickbay, and he learns all about the ship.
Yeah, he reads all this stuff on the ship's computer. This is a recurring plot device throughout the series, is that they, like, let a stranger know too much.
Yeah, so, like, that, to me, was like, bing, 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 red flag.
Yeah.
Why didn't Spock stop it?
Yeah, well, I guess it's partly like, you know, the ethos of the society is that it's open.
Yeah.
But also, like, Khan's smart enough that, like, he probably doesn't need to know everything to be able to do it.
Right, he understands.
Subsequently does, yeah. But, yeah, I did appreciate the wall of surgical weapons.
Yeah.
In sick bay, it's like knives, like a skull drill.
Yeah, just, like, within reach.
On, like, this nice little red pad on the wall.
But I like, you know, obviously Ricardo Montalban does a great job of, like, acting this and being, like, this magnetic character. But I also think, like, this woman who plays Marla, right?
Yeah, she's good. She sells it.
She does a really great job of showing, like, she's trying to maintain this, like, professionalism until she, like, really can't. She just can't anymore, because, like, she's, like, very drawn to him, but she's trying to be, like...
Yeah, she's still trying to do her job.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about the hair scene? Read on the hair scene. So there's a scene, if you haven't seen the episode, which you probably have if you're talking, if you're listening to this show. But if you haven't seen it, there's a scene where he's like, why do you wear your hair, like, up? Yeah. Like, I prefer my women with hair down or basically. Loose or, something like that.
I don't remember what he said. It's something along
Right. She has her hair pinned up all beautifully because it's a wig.
Well,
or a extension. Yeah. And he, like, starts taking the pins out of her hair.
The framing of this is really good.
Okay.
So so the camera is behind both of them, looking at a mirror. Mm-hmm. And she's in front of him, and he's behind her, sort of looking over her shoulder and her head. And, like, so it's shot interestingly. Mm-hmm. That she's, like, looking at herself while he's doing this transformation. So there's that angle of it, right? It was, you know, I read it as just, like, a final breakdown of her professional capacity, right? Like, this is the thing that finally, like, pushes her out of her professional zone into this, like, fully into this personal, like, attraction. Because, right, like, initially she describes her attraction as being both things, right?
Yes.
Like, she's professionally interested because he's 200 years in the past, and, like, how often do you get to... He's a living history project. Yes. It's like when you had to interview your grandparents for, like, book project in school, and it was like... Tell us about what it was like to be a Rosie the Riveter or whatever.
Exactly. But you don't fall in love with them.
You don't fall in love with them, no.
You already love them.
You already love them, and, you know, you don't have a wig.
Yeah. They don't have Ricardo Montalban's heaving chest.
It's true. And smoky eyes. But right, so I just saw this as, like, just a way to, like, you know, both a way to, like, show his seduction of her, but also, like, that she's no longer in this professional capacity anymore.
Yeah, because Kirk calls her out on that.
No, 100%.
He's like, are you going to be okay?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, maybe.
You've had similar moments from Kirk before, and I always like them.
Yeah.
Where he like identifies a crewman who's like wavering.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
okay.
You're gonna be alright.
The hair thing to me, I agree. It is. I agree with everything you're saying. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the scene in Out of Africa where Robert.
Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah.
Meryl Streep's hair.
Yeah.
There's like something apparently very sexy about like.
I mean, I think it's a way to show that without showing it too, right? You know what I mean? Like it's an intimate thing that you can show on television.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I. Yes, 100%. Like it is. It's very intimate.
Mm-hmm. Like, and if you're an adult watching it, you know what it's suggesting.
Yes.
Whereas a kid's like.
I mean, it is and it isn't, right?
I mean, I think for the time, you know.
Yeah. Candidly, my husband has taken bobby pins out of my hair after a wedding, and it is not sexy. It's literally just like, I have 50 plus bobby pins in my hair, and I need help. But it can be.
Yeah, I mean, when people play with your hair, there's something like.
Yeah, and there is something too, right, about like women with long hair. This is a sign of like fertility.
Oh, yeah, there's all that bag. Yeah,
right? So there's all
there's
this
that
behind
going
it
in
as
too,
well.
right?
When he's like, oh,
right,
like,
it's a feminizing.
Take your hair down. Like I like my women to have loose hair, and that's it's definitely right trying to imply like, oh, okay, I want a woman who could show that she is like fertile and
I like a woman to have loose hair and childbearing hips.
Right, but it goes beyond that too, like fertile, but also like idleness, like women with long hair.
Right, luxury to not
definitely
have to,
like a sign of not having to work.
Yeah.
So as a girl with a bob, proudly.
Proud worker bee.
Proud worker bee. Right, so it is, all these things are like wrapped up in kind of the feminine idea of like hair. It's more than just he's playing with her hair and pulling her hair down, which is very sexy, but also what that actually implies about her femininity, especially when at the end he calls her a superior woman. Right.
Not a superior human.
Superior woman, which is interesting. We only see one other interaction with him, between him and a woman on his ship.
With a very obvious wig.
She has a very obviously bob wig, but she is wearing like a chain neck.
Yeah, she's wearing the thing that they all woke up in.
Which is so weird because only the women are wearing that. The men
have changed. The men have changed, correct. Yeah, I thought you meant that only the women were wearing that initially.
No. The men changed. The implication is the women stay in that.
Yeah.
But I was trying
and she has this like Cleopatra hair.
Right, but I was trying to get a gauge on like, is he also like are these women for him just sex objects?
Oh, I don't think they're all just for him either, though, right? Like the idea is that these, all these people are gonna breed and like they were selectively put together for that purpose. Yeah, so I'm not sure if they're like, I mean, we thankfully don't get too many specifics.
No, they don't talk about it.
But I mean, I think the idea, right, is that they're paired up for that purpose. Yeah. Okay. Because they're the last of these.
I guess like
superior beings that were engineered and
which we don't really get a lot about like the background of that. Other than they were engineered by scientists to be superior beings, and then they like ruled and or wiped out inferior beings. Right? We learned that it's a genocide, right?
Genocide / enslavement, I think. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And like Spock is the only one. Oh, God bless my voice.
You said there were no hotties.
Spock is brain. His brain is a hottie, I'll tell you that. Spock is the only one who is like, this is fucked. I mean, Kirk and McCoy and like all the humans on board are like, yeah, it's fucked, but like we respect Khan as like this leader. Yeah. And as a person. And Spock is like, no, this is, like, he's a bad guy. Yeah. Like, he did a very bad thing that makes him a bad guy. Right? And the episode, I guess the way it's written, seems to imply that we should think like Kirk and the others, or at least be kind of in this liminal space of, like, can he be a bad guy, but also be, like, a charismatic guy? Oh, okay. Spock is more like, no. Like, his charisma is not even a factor for Spock.
Yeah,
I don't want to say, can he be a bad guy, can he be a good guy? Because we know that, like...
Can he be,
we know he's not supposed to be a good guy. No. But, like, he's so charismatic that even, his enemies, Kirk, etc., are taken in by him.
Yeah, to an
right?
extent, yeah.
And I think we're supposed to be as well.
Sure.
But Spock is like, no, I'm not having any of this, right? He's the one at the end who's like, I hate to see what this space.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about that. Because right, it is an interesting, but we might want to wait.
Yeah, we
probably have more to say before we get to that.
Well,
but.
I guess the thing I have to say is like this. How do you what kind of parallels do you see between Kirk and Khan?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it?
Well, yeah. It's like we've seen issues of leadership before in the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we see it here again,
mm-hmm.
Which is to a certain extent you do have to be charismatic and
mm-hmm.
magnetic to lead people, right? Like if you're not going to be compelling, no one's going to follow you because like why would they if you're boring? So yeah, there's definitely that force of personality similarity there. Indecisiveness is there. I think for Khan, there's less restraint, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the distinction is that like Khan is more willing and more quickly willing to use violence to achieve his ends, and a violence that's calculating, right? Like he's prepared to blow up the whole ship.
Yeah.
Whereas like Kirk wouldn't do that
mm-hmm.
To get what he wants. So yeah, there's two very different kinds of visions of leadership here. One is very ruthless, and that's partly what attracts Marla.
Mm-hmm.
Is it seems is the ruth or the decisiveness maybe, or the force of personality.
Yeah, because we know then, so we see more about her like art.
Yeah.
Collection art projects later, right? We initially
is she the Tina Belcher of this show?
She is the Tina Belcher of this show, but we see like she's painting like Roman centurions. Yep. We're like, okay, fine.
She's like some interested in statue of like a bust. Yeah.
But then like later, Khan comes to her quarters and there's a portrait of Napoleon. Yeah. And who's the
oh, is there another one?
There's like a Roman emperor that she has painted that she talks about with the D. I forget.
Was it Tiberius?
Yes, Tiberius.
Oh, that is interesting.
Which is interesting
because do we know Kirk's middle name?
We don't know at this point that it's Tiberius, but
okay.
Yes. Yeah, so she's painted Tiberius, and then she's also painted Khan. So we find out, right, like
she
after the fact that she's really attracted to powerful men, powerful in a specific way, in this like ruthless, world-altering way.
Yeah, it's not like she's picking Marcus Aurelius,
right? Or Kirk.
Who is sort
of a Marcus Aurelius, right?
Which is like the wise king.
Yes. Right, she's got no interest in someone who's not willing to like slash and burn
and dominate.
Right, which Khan, they've said, right? They're like, well, he didn't kill anybody. Yeah, they're very specific to say like he didn't kill anyone. But he's very willing to, and that's why he was able to lead the way he was, because there was always the threat. Yeah. Whereas like Kirk never has to lead by threat. Right. People love him.
Are inspired to follow him.
Which we see when he's captured.
Yeah.
So like Khan captures Kirk and has him in like the pressure chamber. Yeah. And is basically like
he'll die if you don't. Out. Yeah, if you don't, because he wants the rest of the command crew to surrender the ship.
Yes, and like no one will do it.
Yeah.
And then he like makes Uhura. Oh, when the guy slaps.
Oh, I know.
Uhura, I wish I could spit on him.
I know, I was so mad.
I love her so much. No, Talk about a hottie.
She is a hottie.
She's our hottie.
She's the regular cast.
Number one regular cast hottie. Yeah, you could just like kill this guy, but his whole Kirk's entire crew is like, well, we know
what Kirk wouldn't want us to surrender. Yeah,
would not want us to surrender the ship, even if it means he dies.
Yeah,
and even Marla then is like so moved by this that she saves Kirk. I don't think her opinion about Khan changes at all. We know this. She decides to go with him at the end, but I think she doesn't care about Khan at this point. She's just like, wow.
I mean, It's well, I was gonna say it's very like Christ like.
Marla or
Kirk's leadership in this moment, right? It's like the self-effacing, willing to sacrifice yourself for everybody else. Hell, they even roll the stone away when they get him out of the pressure chamber. So there is some like Christian imagery going on here about, that there's a different way to lead and to achieve victory than, and I mean, we have the very explicit reference to Milton with Khan.
Okay, so I was just about to say.
So there is this like heaven and hell.
He refers to himself
Satan,
devil,
right? Better to rule and hell than serve in
heaven.
So there is this Christian iconography going on in the background, in addition to this sort of like world historical battle of leaders. And right, I mean, Spock at one point refers to all these Space Seed crew as being like a bunch of Napoleons. So it's not just that there's one. It's that these all have the potential to be.
Yes.
Khan's just like the most forceful.
Enigmatic,
he's right. So Marla is won over though by this self-effacing, sacrificial offering, which is interesting.
Right, because she still doesn't. Because then I was like, oh, she's not going to be with Khan at the end.
Yeah.
Right? Well, the expectation then is that she's changed her mind about Khan, but she hasn't.
No, it's the appeal is different, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's so interesting about her sexuality being at the center of this entire episode is that the attraction for Khan is so rooted in that aspect of her femininity, her sexuality, that like when she transitions over to Kirk, it's a different appeal. It's a different appeal, right? It's not in like she's her professional self again,
right?
If that makes sense. So it's interesting how the show plays with that.
It's an appeal to her as a person, but not to her as a woman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just interesting how they set her up, because in terms of like sort of the quote unquote background female characters in the show, she actually has way more to do with the plot than most of these other ones do.
Right.
Like a lot of the other ones are just there to get the rest of the crew to like I'm thinking of what Little Girls Are Made Of again, right? Like the episode starts on this premise that she's going down there to find her fiance, but like it's really immaterial.
Yes.
For her the rest of the episode.
Yes.
Like she's just kind of there to be imperiled and make the other things happen. Whereas here, like I think like Marla's like central to what's going, like she centrally informs what's happening throughout the episode.
Because like there is, I mean, like the power struggle obviously between Khan and Kirk, and Marla represents like a person.
Yeah.
In the middle of that power struggle. The power struggle is not about her specifically. They're not fighting over her. Kirk has made it very clear he doesn't really give a fuck about Marla.
Well, not in that way, right? Like, just as she's a member of the crew. Like, that's the extent of his concern,
But, like, she becomes, this sort of
she
representation of, Khan trying to pull her, like, in one direction of, like, your femininity, you have this female power, you're a superior woman, and then Kirk, who's literally just like, you're a good worker. Right? Like, you're a part of this crew
and you're a professional.
Right. So she is sort of this physical embodiment of sort of someone pulled between these two forces. I think the actress does a good job. I do think that the writing for Kirk like struggles a little bit because he does like belittle her, and like I think it could the sort of like tug of war that Marla is experiencing, that's maybe supposed to kind of symbolize this bigger like power struggle between Kirk and Khan, would be more effective if Kirk was maybe not such a dick about like her work and her value to the crew.
Well, I think, I think part of that, is it creates the opening that needs to happen.
Exactly. 100%. I understand why, right? He's sort of dismissive of her, so she's like, well, I'm going to attach myself to this man who
is interested in me
and loves to see my hair down. Yeah. But
it looks great in a little...
Right, it looks great in his deep V or
whatever it is this guy going on.
But I also think that it sort of undermines the, like, potential, right, like...
Yeah, I guess
symbolism here.
Right. I'm okay with it because I think it makes her decision more interesting than if it was just like, oh, this guy's sexy. Like, there's other things going on.
I think it makes her decision to save Kirk more interesting.
That's what I mean. Like, in other words, it makes all this stuff more complicated in a way that I appreciate. Whereas if that tension weren't there, it would be much flatter, right? It would just be like, she would be charmed by him. And then what? Would then, just realize... I have to
save my captain because he's nice to me.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, I think they... Again, like, it's another episode about choice, too, right? I mean, she makes this decision to save Kirk, and then makes the choice to still go with Khan. So she retains her status as a sort of free agent. Which again, like, with the undercurrent of Paradise Lost is very interesting too, because I think you could read it as being somewhat redemptive of the Eve figure. In the Paradise story.
Explain.
Well, in other words, right, like in the sort of traditional Christian telling of the garden and the decision to eat the apple and the fall of man, and like Eve shoulders all the blame, both for the decision to eat the apple and then pretty much everything that comes after, right? Like, she is the vehicle for original sin, and so on and so forth, right? Whereas here, I think if we are kind of seeing her and Khan as sort of the cast outs from the garden, which I think is how we're meant to ultimately see this at the end, right? Like, if the Federation is this utopian society, which in a lot of ways that's how it's presented, they are being cast out of paradise at the end. They're given the choice between punishment and casting out, and they both elect to be cast out. Whereas in the biblical story, there is no choice involved. They're just thrown out of the garden, and they bear the mark of sin. Whereas here, I think, A, it's not entirely pinned on her, right? But B, she's also making a choice to go the way she does. They want to
see each other naked, so it's totally fine.
I guess.
It's fine if they want to.
Yeah, whatever.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think that's why the decision has to be more, complicated than that. So
this isn't the end of Khan.
It is not. He comes back.
I know he comes back.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
He comes back in a movie.
He does come back.
And he's Captain Ahab.
Basically, it rules. So.
And he wears a wig.
He does wear a wig.
And so does Shatner.
Yeah, he's got a rug on.
Yeah.
Not quite as obvious as some of the later ones.
But yeah,
we'll get there. I don't think so. I mean,
I was saying, any more fun facts? Anything? I don't have any big pressing questions about this episode. I mean, I loved it. I loved it.
I mean, obviously, it's like one of the most famous ones.
Yeah, because it's really good.
But I don't know if I have anything super interesting to say.
How did they get Ricardo Montalban?
He was the first choice. That's all I know.
But
I mean, he was doing a shit ton of TV at this point, so.
Yeah, but he was very famous, and he continued to do a lot of movies. So they were just like, "Hey, want to be in Star Trek?"
Yeah, I mean, I have to look into it. I don't know how they got him, but.
And who was this actress who played Marla?
Oh, Madeleine Roux.
Was she anybody?
That
sounds condescending. Yeah. I don't mean it to be, but
I think she did a lot of.
I'm nobody, so I have this podcast. That's about it.
I think she did TV and stuff. I don't know if she's like a huge actress. She did some films, but nothing like crazy. She did a lot of TV, 60s, 70s, and even in the 80s. So pretty standard TV career. But yeah, I don't know how they necessarily got him. Oh, he'd previously been in a television movie created by Gene Roddenberry.
Okay. So they knew each other. Okay, that makes sense.
Montalban called this role as Khan wonderful, saying that it was well written, it had an interesting concept, and I was delighted it was offered to me. The main cast very enthusiastic about working with him. DeForest Kelly later said, I enjoyed working with Ricardo the best. I was privileged. He's a marvelous actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
So, and Madeleine Roux, who played Marla, had worked along with Montalban in an episode of Bonanza in 1960 as his wife on screen.
Okay.
And she later was on a Fantasy Island episode with him. So this is really funny. And they'd both been on separate episodes of another TV show that Roddenberry had made earlier on. So there was a lot of, crossover there. So that must be how. But, I don't know. I love it. I hate Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that when we get to Wrath of
Khan. So that's like a funny thing, right? Because I had seen that before watching, and I didn't really like it at the time. Again, like of the kind of like Star Trek movies,
it's the worst.
Star Trek movies, right? The first one and the third one are pretty good. The middle one is really bad. I even know that as someone who like watched these separate from knowing anything about Star Trek. I didn't like that middle one.
You'll like it. You'll like it even less when we actually watch. We actually watch Wrath of Khan because it's just a shitty redo.
But yeah, it's.
I mean, it's the J.J. Abrams thing.
Yeah, he didn't do the third movie though, right?
No, it was. I forget who did it.
But I like the third one.
The third one's the one of the.
The third one's nice. It has a clarity of vision. Like from beginning to end that I really like, and it's fun, but
it could have been a little more Idris Elba, but
well,
I feel like they didn't
always
use him as well.
But
yeah. So when we get to Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan, we'll have plenty to discuss about that. But I love it. Great episode.
I agree. 2 great episodes. Actually, I didn't like the concept at first, but the second time I watched it, I was like, okay. To be honest, I was really sleepy the first time I watched it, so that doesn't help.
You were of the body.
I was of the body. I was fully snoozling. But the second time I watched it, I was like, oh, I think there actually is some really interesting and potentially relevant things, like relevant today for us to talk about with this episode. I think potentially with the next episode as well, because we have another kind of big computer vibe going on. But yeah, and then Khan. It was great. It was the best pacing. Yeah. I would say the best pacing of any episode we've seen so far. We've had a few well-paced episodes, but this one was...
Yeah, I would agree.
Perfect. Because you weren't just like, what the hell is happening? And then in the last 5 minutes, it's all figured out.
You were like, oh.
That was an issue with Archons for me.
Okay.
Right, because I'd never seen it before, so I'm like, I don't know this is a computer. And I'm not figuring it out because me stupid. And right, so it was sort of one of those ones where I'm like, what is going on? Okay, we got it at the end. But this, anyway, Khan, perfectly paced, perfect 50 minutes. I loved it.
It's great.
10 out of 10 troubles.
10 out of 10 troubles for Spacey. Yeah, I got a 10 as well.
That's the
this
first
is what I said.
Out of 10.
This is what I said. I said I knew there were other ones coming out of the fight. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 for sure.
Archons, I would say like 6.5 or 7.
I'll give it an 8.
I would probably say 7.
Okay.
I'm going to agree.
I like the ambition. I don't think it works. I like the ambition. I don't think it always works, but I appreciate what they're trying to do.
They're trying to do something interesting. Yeah.
I like it a lot. And then next we have, as you mentioned, Taste of Armageddon, another computer episode. And
then, Taste of Armageddon. I think it said Edge of Armageddon.
No.
Which I like too.
And then This Side of Paradise.
Okay, that one I have not watched.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say anything about it.
I'm excited based on the still on Paramount Plus.
I haven't seen the still. I've been watching the Blu-rays because I wanted to watch it without the effects. With the original. Sure. And the ship ones look pretty good, I will say.
That's great.
The ship models of this one looked pretty good.
This Side of Paradise. Can name that author.
Yes, F. Scott.
Thank you.
Yeah. So those are the next 2 up. And we are going on. We're getting close to the end of the first season.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
Into space.
So until next time.
Beat me up.